Welcome to the Cahoot podcast with Manish and Jer. An interesting topic this week. Amazon just announced that there's no fee increase and no planned new fees for 2025. And, sellers on the forums are happy. They're praising Amazon, thanking them for getting into the holiday spirit. But you have a different opinion about this.
100%. I mean, maybe there are 5 sellers that are happy and 500 that are, feeling supremely pinched. So Amazon has pretty much squeezed any juice there is to squeeze. And so there is no room. So a planned no fee increase, is honestly, if you read between the lines in Amazon's release, they want to promote FBA New Selection, which is absolutely self-serving because that's a direct competition to Temu and trying to basically get better traction with Amazon Haul because Amazon is getting smoked in many ways by the Temu Sheins of the world. And they've realized that there is really no room to squeeze the sellers any further.
What is this new selection program?
Well, Amazon is touting that they will provide additional incentives to sellers for adding certain new selection to their store. These are discounts for products that are everyday essentials that have high customer demand, but they have lower selection on Amazon store or popular brands that are not available globally. So essentially, in my opinion, it is a self-serving tactic from Amazon to compete with the Temus because as the inflation, as tariffs and duties kick in, if, for example, the shampoo that you buy is going to cost you 35% more, you're going to consume less of the discretionary item. You're not going to buy 4 shampoos and you will gravitate towards your essentials. So this is essentially gearing up for 2025 so that they know that consumers, which are highly pinched, are going to gravitate towards essentials, and these incentives are geared to improve the selection so that Amazon continues growing in the segment that is likely to see greater traction in 2025.
Temu just announced they've opened up the recruitment of US-based sellers, and Temu is directly going after the Amazon US-based seller right now to recruit them for their platform. So, and some people are saying, maybe that's part of the reason why they're keeping their costs down for next year. So what do you think about that?
Well, Amazon is very proudly proclaiming that they are lowering the fees on lower priced items, which is direct competition with Temu and Shein. So it's not that they have lowered their cost of doing business at the expense of the sellers. They introduced many fees last year: inbound placement fee, low inventory fee, aged inventory fees. I mean, talk about it. There is really no room. Yes, if the seller can ship the items to 4 or 5 Amazon fulfillment centers, break down the pallets into 4 different shipments, yes, all that expense is borne by the seller, not by Amazon, which obviously reduces Amazon's cost of transportation. So it's not that Amazon is lowering. Amazon is just improving its profit margins. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the fact.
So what about Temu, though? Do US-based sellers even want Temu? Or is it perceived as a low-cost, cheap products site?
I wouldn't quite categorize it that way just yet. I mean, just like Amazon, when it started, it was perceived Nikes of the world would have never considered, that they would be selling on what they termed at the time as a flea market on Amazon. So I would not jump to any such conclusions. It's not what the Amazon sellers want. It's what the US consumers want. If the US consumers are going to shop on sites like Temu and Shein, yes, sellers are going to flock where the customers are, where the eyeballs are, where the sales are. So it's not about the sellers, it's about the consumers.
Thanks, Manish. Well, listeners, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. So leave us some comments. And until next time, keep learning and stay curious.